Hey, welcome to Adventures in Pop-Ups. I'm Blake and this is Rachel, and this is the place you come to get some campsite reviews, some tips and tricks, camping hacks and mods to help you make your camping adventures more fun, more enjoyable, more comfortable.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about camping with kids.
Camping with kids.
How many kids you got? Drop a comment.
Right.
How old are they? Do you wish you didn't have kids sometime? No, just kidding.
Well, we have 4 kids, and we have had quite a journey. We've been camping. Well, actually,
tent camping.
When we started tent camping, we had 2 kids. And they were 3 and 10 months old.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this a while, and I feel like we have some good tips and tricks. I would love to hear more of your tips and tricks because we're always trying to figure out the best way to do stuff. We're going to talk about prep and planning. If you've been on our channel before, you might already know that I'm all about the prep and planning and the hacks.
Queen of
prep. The more you can do ahead of time, the more fun you're going to have while camping, and that totally includes with kids.
Say it again. That was a good tip.
The more you can do ahead of time, the more fun you're going to have while you're camping.
The less stressful.
Less stress.
More fun. Less stress equals more fun.
Which reminds me...
There's always going to be some stress, though.
Sure.
Because there's work involved, and people get hungry, and people are tired, and people don't want to go to bed. Oh boy, I'm getting way ahead of myself here.
So let's back up the truck to prep and planning. Plan out your meals. Plan out what they're going to wear. You don't have to plan every little thing, but have in mind, bring a little bit of extra. Something that I do sometimes is take a top, take a bottom, fold them together, and then try to stack them in there so they're easy grab. If they want to pick a different top and bottom, I don't really care. I'm just trying to make it less work. When I say get dressed and they want to talk back or whatever, it's just easy. Here you go. Go get dressed. Same thing at bedtime with pajamas. Pack extra clothes. You just never know. The weather could change. They could fall in the lake 3 times,
Or sit in a pile of mud 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it's camping. Also, do not pack the fancy clothes. We have what we call camping clothes. They're mostly garage sale
camping
finds.
Shoes.
They're stuff that maybe was cute, but now it's got a stain on it. You don't want to be stressed out about getting their new clothes dirty. You're going to nature to hang out in the woods or lake or whatever it is. Take the stress out of there and don't worry about their clothing. For shoes, I limit shoes. I try to do 2 pairs of shoes per person. A tennis shoe and then either a Croc or a sandal. That way, if their tennis shoes got wet, I can still count on something washable. If you have too many shoes, they multiply. They can stink. You trip on them because they're everywhere. Also, we have a shoe basket. We try to keep the shoes in the shoe basket. Take your shoes off at the door. Try to keep the dirt out of the camper. Bring your shoes in at night. This has not happened to us, but I have heard stories about like bugs, critters, snakes taking a nap in people's shoes. So bring it in at night. When you're meal planning, of course, you're going to want to try some campfire meals and different things, but keep in mind that you don't want to just try all the new things. Have some standbys, have some mac and cheese ready, have whatever, especially if you know that your kids are picky eaters. I've seen the posts, like, oh, we had a great maiden voyage, except the kids didn't like any of the camp food that I cooked. Just play it safe, play it easy, have some comfort meals here and there, try some new things, but also have some other options. Also, snacks. Plenty of snacks, and keep them somewhere where they won't find them.
Plenty.
We keep them in our whole dry good.
Plenty.
We keep our whole dry goods bin in the vehicle, so that helps out a lot. If the snacks are all over the table, they're in plain sight. Snack time is going to be every 20 minutes.
Snack time is happy time.
Yes, we like snack time.
Happy time.
Yes.
Hey, Mom, can I have a snack? Yes. What would you like?
I go crazy with kids asking for snacks too much. So that's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. Our snack times are 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Not so much when we're camping.
Or 10 or 15 minutes after we had a meal.
Right. It's not like we have an alarm.
Hey, can I have a snack? We just ate dinner. What do you mean, can I have a snack? Didn't you eat your dinner?
So
I'm sorry.
We call it camp time. When we're camping, we're not, we may not be eating meals at the regular times. It's really easy to lose track of time.
Yeah.
You didn't get hiking until 10. You meant to go at 9, and then you didn't leave at 10. Oops, now it's 10:30. Now it's 11. Oops, we didn't bring lunch with us. Now the kids are crabby because we didn't eat lunch on time. Just keep in mind those things that we are creatures of habit, and even when we're out in a new environment, try to keep some semblance of normalcy so that especially the kids are not just out of whack.
Okay, so next I want to talk about sleeping with the kids. We had our on air mattresses in the beginning, but then when we went to a pop-up camper four years ago, we put all of them on the queen, and we slept on the full. That worked out for a little while. Yes. I think we did that for one whole season. So
they were smaller then.
They were a lot smaller 4 years ago. So yeah, but one thing we've learned is that sharing a blanket does not work. So everyone gets their own blanket and their own pillow. So bring your extra pillow, sleepy pillow. Have a couple extra pillows in the camper.
One stuffed animal per kid usually.
Yep. Have a toy or two and have your own comfy spot and separate them a little bit. There's going to be some, we still got 3 in a king size bed now though. So it's working out pretty well.
Right.
There's room for Kona up there too.
Yes, there is. Also, we use the curtains when we put kids to bed. We shut the curtains just to help buffer, if somebody's still doing something over here. Light, sounds. We leave our fan or air conditioner pretty much always running at night, or heater, depending on the weather.
Yep.
Drowned out the background noise. If somebody has to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night,
the dog's not freaking out.
Everyone doesn't
sounding the alarm.
Yeah, so we sleep great. I mean, if you've seen our top 10 or even top 5, our number one. Our number one is the memory foam. It's awesome. It makes for a great night's sleep for kids, for adults. We both have it, and it's lovely.
You do wake up and you don't feel like you slept on a board.
Right.
So.
Yes.
So check those out because there's other tips and tricks on making it more comfortable. That's
right.
The best tip right there. But there are
a
other ways to make it even better.
Yes, activities. First of all, when you're planning for your camping trip, look up what there is to do around the area you're going to. Look up how long the hikes are. If you've got small kids, some places you look up and there's 10-mile hikes. Well, that's not for us. A half mile, 3/4 mile, 1 mile.
2 is pushing it. Right?
2 is probably our tops at this point. Yeah. We have our kids are between age 5 and 13 right now, so that's enough for us.
1 is better.
Our favorite places that we've gone are where there are short hikes with awesome scenery. There's several places we've done that where it's just been really cool hiking, but it wasn't strenuous. It was a lot of fun. We do bring snacks in the backpack. We typically have a hiking backpack. It's just a regular backpack, not one of those big things. We let them pick a walking stick, and then, there's a cool waterfall. Let's sit down and have a snack and enjoy the waterfall.
They love it. They love
it's
camping.
Great. You don't have to have all the toys and stuff. We do bring a few small toys. We have a bin of stuff, rainy day activities, coloring, board games, card games. You need to have a few things for inclement weather and winding down time at night.
You can always throw a movie on or let tablet time be something you do for a half hour, 45 minutes before bed. Put a movie on, watch a half a movie, whole movie, or have the tablets out for a little bit.
I should clarify, typically we're not on media much when we're camping at all. And some people say, don't bring any media, it's camping. I find that we have a much better end to our day if while people are putting pajamas on or whatever, we're starting to wind down, we can put on a little show for a few minutes. I can catch up some dishes. It's a little bit of normalcy that you kind of crave because that's might be what you're used to. And why not? They've just been outside for like 18 hours. It's okay to watch, half hour.
Yeah, they've been scootering, running, throwing sticks, playing sticks, carving sticks, chopping nuts, hiking, camping, cooking, having all kinds of outdoor time. Why not give them a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour before bed, Because you're probably not going to bed at normal time anyways. You're probably staying up a little
Depends
later.
on the sun. By the way, speaking of that, if you also know the hack of the reflectix, if you're in a pop-up camper, watch out what time the sun comes up and what time the sun goes down, because that's basically going to be your bedtime. You want to put reflectix in the window and over the bunk end. It helps for heating and cooling purposes, but it also helps block out the sun. So if the sun's coming up at 6 a.m., your kids might not be waking up at 6 a.m. So that's a good tip right there. Also, when you're camping, when you're packing and planning, keep in mind, if you have little ones, one of the things that we used was just one of those little booster seats that had a tray on it. We've used it at picnic tables. We've used it on the ground around a campfire to keep
a little seat, yeah.
A little seat to make sure that he wasn't crawling off towards the campfire, especially.
Getting dirty hands.
Getting dirty when we're about to be eating dinner or whatever. So those little booster seats are very handy.
Boppy chairs.
Pack and plays, boppy chairs. There's plenty of portable things. You don't have to go buy all the big fancy gears. You can really keep it simple and have a great time.
So discipline. We're not going to tell you how to discipline your kids. That's for you to decide. But we have 3 family rules that are our house rules. And our house rules go with our family, us, and our children wherever we go. So we'll let you know what those are. Number 1 is tell the truth. Be honest, no lying. Number 2, we are always respectful. Be respectful to each other. That means we don't run. We don't scream and yell inside, in the car, in other people's houses, in church. We're respectful. We're respectful of others and respectful of people's places. And yes, we're just respectful. And third and finally, we're fun to be with. We have a good attitude. We're thankful. And if we have to do an attitude check, we do an attitude check. We have to tell each other sometimes attitude check. So,
hey, attitude check.
Praise the Lord.
That's
praise
the proper
the Lord.
response.
Smile and just praise the Lord. Just bless Him. Just thank Him for the day. Thank Him for everyone. But so, number 3, have a good attitude. Be fun to be with. Be fun to be with. Have a good attitude. Be thankful. Be appreciative. And if you're not fun to be with, you can go back to your room or somewhere else.
There's some dishes over here that need to be done.
We can buy you some work.
I think it's time to sweep out the camper.
Hey, guess what? I need some help with some stuff.
Also, if you use timeouts regularly, keep in mind that you need a remote timeout chair, like where you have to decide ahead of time, not in the moment of needing to put a child in timeout, that you realize that you have no timeout chair, there's no designated space. I don't know what corner they're sticking their nose in. Whatever you're doing, just think about it ahead of time and be prepared, because the kids might actually break one of the rules. Mm-hmm. It happens. Mm-hmm. It does happen. And we're adults. We're prepared. We're going to figure this out, and hopefully with a smile on our face.
I just thought of a 4th rule. We actually practice this in our family, but it's not necessarily a rule. But I think it might necessarily be added on to our 4th rule.
Oh boy.
For the family. It is clean up your messes. Because we make messes. And sometimes we make emotional messes, and we need to clean those up. So like when you yell at your brother or call him a name, or hit your brother or sister, or you do something, you should go to that person and say, I'm sorry, or ask them how that made them feel when you did that to them. And then tell them, I'm really sorry. I made a bad choice. Please forgive me. That is cleaning up an emotional mess and mending a breakdown in the relationship. So you want to have strong, healthy relationships. That's how you get a strong, healthy relationship. You clean up your messes.
Well, thanks for watching our video about camping with kids. If you have any other advice, tips, tricks, horror stories, whatever, we're all
Horror
ears.
stories.
I don't.
Horror stories.
We love our kids. We know you love your kids. And, you know, it could be maybe a whole nother video sometime, camping with other people's kids, because that's a whole nother ball game.
Yep.
But really, all the discipline rules that Blake just mentioned, they apply everywhere we go, including camping, being respectful, being fun to be with, telling the truth. These are things that apply everywhere. Yeah. It just takes a little bit of extra planning and a little bit of thinking through things. And when you guys get out there, you'll figure out what works for you, and you'll be having a good time.
But having a plan can make things go much better.
Absolutely.
Having a system and a plan, having some things, some structure,
yes, will
make the difference from it being a chaotic, stressful time to being a much more fun and enjoyable time.
Right.
So that's what we want. We want you guys to enjoy your camping adventure. So let us know what you liked about this video, what you didn't like, and we'll see you again soon.
Happy camping!